My friends, high school will reveal it all. What do I mean by that? High school, well, no, leaving high school will reveal it all. In the sense of, you'll really find who's for you and who's not. You see, what tends to happen a lot of the time, we befriend the people who are put in our high school due to convenience. You kind of have no choice. Think about it. You're paying the exact same classes, they're the exact same tutor groups, so you don't really have a choice to communicate with each other, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I think school and like, I do believe the education system is broken. However, in the sense of making friends, and especially in your younger years, so let's say below the ages of 18, it is a lot easier to make friends, I would admit. I keep saying friends with my tongue. It's a lot easier to make friends, I will admit. A lot easier. Very easier. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm 18 now. I don't go to college anymore. Pretty much graduated like 7, 8 months ago now. I would say it's a lot harder to make friends, and I do thank going, being in a public school and whatnot, because I was able to maintain my friends. Now, I don't have a lot of friends. I cut off the majority of them. And that's no ill spirit towards them. They're all great people, but sometimes you just need to cut off the people in your life who aren't important to you. And so that's the measures I took in my own personal life. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. Did it hurt? Yes. But that doesn't matter anymore, because the months will pass by and naturally people change and whatnot. So I kept my tribe. It wasn't much, but friends that were good and are important to me. And speaking of what I mentioned in the beginning of the videos, in terms of, leaving high school or reveal all, I mean that in the sense of, well, it pretty much goes back to what I was talking about, in terms of being there through sheer convenience. Would you like to know when someone's your actual friend? And this is going to be really interesting, what I'm about to tell you, because I was actually having a conversation with my friend Saturday 2 weeks ago. I met up with him, a good friend of mine, and essentially, to know when someone's a good friend or not, well, an ideal friend, is if you stay in contact and you speak to them even after school, and the things you talk about, and I'm talking especially post high school period, about things that aren't just about the past, speaking about things related to the future. That's how you know someone's truly your friend. And yes, I told you I don't have many friends, but hey, we have meaningful talks. I remember before, I'd have a boatload of friends talk about bullshit that doesn't matter. And in my head I was just like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is ridiculous. And I almost kind of had an idea of who I was going to cut off and who I wasn't going to cut off. So high school definitely reveals all in that regard. The same thing to be said with college, maybe even university. I mean, I've never been to university or never go to it, but in terms of education system wise, it really does reveal who is good for you and who isn't. And you guys need to understand, it's okay to lose your friends. I often heard a lot prior to, being 18 years old, and leaving high school at 16 years old, that most friendships will end. And I would only hear that, and it was informed, like, information, but I never really experienced it yet. But I just had the thought in mind. And until it actually happened to me, I was like, damn, they weren't wrong. And then I had a conversation with my mum or our course, she was like, it's normal, so embrace it. It will reveal all. And if they weren't meant to be in your life, they'll simply disappear. And same vice versa, in the sense that if they are important in your own personal life, they will stay. And you will attract the people that are for you. There's 8 billion people. So you can't expect everyone to like you. You'll find your group, and it's okay to be disliked. It's okay. And high school reveals everything, so yes, despite me having a small amount of friends right now, not to say that I have a problem with having a small amount of friends. I actually quite fancy my friends. They're great people, great blokes. It would be nice to have more, but I'm not for forcing things, because back in my high school days I always forced relationships, and it felt very unfulfilling, and I felt empty inside, and I just did it for the sake of fitting in and Never served me long term, let's just say that. But I know it's a big world out here. It's a big world. There's so many people out here to meet. And that may even be abroad. But high school, come on man. It's literally 5 years gone. And that's not the peak of your life. It's definitely not the peak of your life. Because hey, when do you start high school at? 11, 16? Do you understand how young that is? It's really young. Really, this place seems familiar. Have I been here before? It's like a calisthenics area. I took it out. But yeah, 11 to 16, that's when you start high school, so really young. And then what, college, 16 to 18, do you know how much you can change in that period of time? You can change a lot. A lot. And so, yes, there is some exceptions do happen where you find your people from those environments and they tend to stick with you. But chances are for most of you guys, it probably won't happen, and you have to realize it's okay. I spoke about the lonely chapter a few videos back, just talking about when you start out. Hold on a second, I might do a few pull-ups. If there's a way to get in, I'll try to go to the other side and see. It's okay to be lonely for a period of time, you have to embrace it. You know, and high school will reveal all. That's all I have to say in regards to that. If you feel lonely right now, if you feel like you have no friends, it's fine. Trust me. I know it's very easy to believe. No one's fooled me, man. There's no one I relate to. It's very easy to think that. You only think that due to your small-mindedness. Think about it. Your area. You probably, and I would say, despite your thoughts being flawed in that regard, it is logical in the sense you think about everyone in your area, right? And you see, oh, you don't get along with everyone, so I must be lonely. You have to remember, the world is a big place. The world is more than just your area. The world is more than just your borough in London. It's a big world out here. There's a lot to see. Your friends will come in due time until you meet.